Hi ho, go getters. This is the Gringo Scott, and we're going to be doing a Thursday night chat movie. If you like this format, it's a streamed down version of my normal videos. There's a playlist at the end called Thursday Night Chat that you can watch other ones like this that I do as well. This movie is going to be on An American Pickle with Seth Rogen, and without further ado, let's get into it. I was able to see it on HBO Max. It is directed by Brandon Trost, and it stars Seth Rogen as both his great-grandfather Herschel and his grandson Ben. Okay, so this movie has Seth Rogen playing both Ben and Herschel. Herschel being the guy from the 1900s, the immigrant from a Eastern European country. He comes over with his wife Sarah. He wants to start a life here. He gets a job in a pickle factory. He's pickling. And one day he has an accident. He is getting rats. Actually, he didn't do pickles, let's be honest. He did not do pickles. He was getting rats. He was paid to kill every 10 rats or something like that. He would get money for it. So they really had a rat problem, apparently. So he's fighting the rats, and I guess one day the rats get sick of it, and they gang up on him, and they knock him off this thing, and he falls into a vat of pickle. Boom. Pickled. He's now pickled. And right then they decide to shut the lid on him. And apparently they shut down the place, and it's forgotten. Magically, and now this is kind of funny, but magically they say he was frozen for 100 years. They discover him again 100 years later. This is in New York, by the way. And he, nothing's happened to him. He's in perfectly good shape. He is just been 100 years. Everyone he knows and loves dead. Ben, his only great-great-great-grandson, comes to pick him up. They interact. They have some things in common. They don't have other things in common. It's definitely a when two worlds collide type of thing. And that's the basic premise of this story. So for us goal getters who want to find a purpose or a meaning or something that this movie's trying to tell that we can learn from, a bigger meaning, this movie really does focus on the importance of family and tradition. Although they have their issues, they do serve a purpose. And it also shows the importance of not being vengeful and not being petty, and how when you're vengeful, that's equivalent for me, like me, drinking poison and hoping that guy dies from it. This is a Gandhi quote I love that talks about this. An eye for an eye will only end up making the whole world blind. This is something that the movie highlighted really well. So guys, what's my overall opinion of this movie? The bad. Always with the bad, you gringo. Anyways, the bad. So, I wanted this movie better than it was. It was quaint, it's cute, but it was kind of had a boring theme to it. It was a very basic story. There were a lot of times where it's like, well, you didn't explain this, or I wish you would explore this more. I wanted to see more of the relationship develop between them when it's going good. They had this spy versus spy thing going on between the two, where they were just getting so embittered and so defensive and misunderstanding and just being really aggressive with each other and trying to get back at each other back and forth. And that's cool, I get it, whatever. But there's a point there, it's okay, then you're going to work together. Show that more. I want to see some of that more, some of the achieving together, instead of just beating each other down thing as much. That could have been better. They also just skipped processes of things, like, okay, you did that really easy, so I didn't like that as much. The good. They tried to present it as a little fairy tale, so that's kind of cool. That makes me forgive it a little bit more. Like, maybe I understand where the heck they're going with this. With the movie, they had those messages of the family and vengeance bad, family and tradition good, and why it's good. There's a part in the movie that really kind of shows the importance of religious tradition. I'm not religious. I'm just not. Sorry, folks. But there's a part in the movie that shows Jewish tradition and religion where for Ben, he's like, oh, I get this. What's the purpose of this? And that's cool. I like that. They didn't explore it enough. I would have liked to dive a little bit deeper in that. So, and also Seth Rogen did a really good job acting both parts. Impressive, totally cool, seemed like two different people. So good job on that. So my overall opinion of this movie, if you were to ask me, Gringo,
what is your dang opinion of this movie already?
Well, I would tell you, scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 5. out of 10, 5 out of 10. I know I'm a bastard. I'm sorry. I can't help it. My wife Carolyn got up. Well, when they started being mean to each other, the spy versus spy type of thing, she got up. She's like, I don't like seeing people being mean. Tell me when it's over. She got up, so I don't know. That kind of spoiled it. Because that was going to be a fun little movie night thing with the wife, so that didn't help.
Yeah, we...
Oh, hey. Hi, audience member. How you doing? You're still here, huh? Cool, cool, cool. Well, have you decided what video you're going to pick? Or perhaps you need to subscribe still, or like, or leave a comment. Whatever the case, I hope you enjoyed my channel.